joining Dukascopy TV at the IFX EXPO in Cyprus 2014. With our partners, we're asking industry elites for their take on what makes Cyprus a great option. We're also asking for their top strategic tip. With me in the TV booth right now is Alexandre Beliakov from Binary Station. Alexandre, thank you so much for joining us.
Of course.
Now, let's look firstly, we're in Cyprus. We find ourselves at this IFX Expo in Limassol. But as a broker, or if you have an FX operation, where do the attractions of being in Cyprus lie? Where are the advantages and disadvantages?
Well, the main advantage, of course, is the location. It's right in the center of Europe, basically, where you can come from all over the world. You can come from the US, from Asia. You can come obviously from Europe and gather all around and discuss all the good things that are coming up in the market right now. The disadvantages are, of course, the late issues that were with Cyprus, last year. There's not that much actual business in Cyprus as it is. But as far as international, there's a lot of advantages.
Fantastic. And if we turn the other side of the coin now and look at it from the customer's point of view, in your perspective, for a client, what must they consider when beginning to open an account with an FX broker?
Well, there are a few things to consider. Of course, pricing is always important, but you should not just run after pricing. What is very important is the regulation. Whether the company is regulated or not. And of course, you want to look at the length, of service of this company. You want to take a look at, reviews and see where you're protected, basically, where your funds are protected, just like you would do with any bank.
Exactly. Now, if we talk for a moment, Alexandre, about social media, social networking has really revolutionized the way people go about their everyday life, from sourcing information to social interaction. But what does it mean for you guys at Binary Station? How do you approach this topic when really the world seems to be moving ever faster and also communication quite literally is key? How do you strategize to keep up with these trends?
Well, for a few years already, social networking and social trading and Forex and binary business has been in play. But to be honest with you, I'm not exactly sure whether that will really pick up. So far, there's no Facebook for Forex trading. And Facebook itself did not enter Forex trading yet. So until that happens, until there's this market leader who will be making all the rules, I don't think that will develop that fast. But I think that a leader might come soon, hopefully.
Okay, very interesting point. Now, if we talk for a moment about globalization, it could be considered imperative to have a local presence in a global market. But again, what is your approach to this? Is it perhaps to have footholds in many different regions, or are you looking for that niche for a particular or the largest market potential, would you say?
Well, as far as globalization, what you want to do as a Forex broker is enter the market that you know the best. And then as you grow and learn from your mistakes, you want to start entering more and more markets. But before you enter any market, you need to really know what you're doing there. If you have worked only in Russia before, for example, to jump into a Chinese market without knowing what to expect would be a big mistake. So the idea is to take, to know before you do, to really do your research and your due diligence on the market before you enter.
Fantastic. And just lastly, Alexandre, if you will, please tell us your top tip that you would suggest to someone looking to get into the industry, perhaps a broker startup. What advice would you give them in terms of strategy?
Well, the main thing that I can say is, just like I said before, take small steps, take baby steps. Do not try to become Dukascopy right away. It will come in the future. Just take small steps, make sure that, you're learning from your mistakes, make sure that you're learning from your victories as well. That is also very important. And basically just take small steps and, you will eventually be one of the bigger names in the industry as long as you're doing everything right.
Fantastic. Well, Alexandre, thank you so much for joining us in the booth today. It's been a pleasure chatting to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, well, that's all from Alexandre and myself for the moment, but make sure you keep clicking back to find out all of the insider info from the IFX Expo here in Cyprus 2014. Goodbye for now.